I'm here this week. And today on this episode, I'm gonna be talking about some ScHoolboy Q. It's gonna be really cool. I'm gonna try a new segment cut, so it's gonna be really cool. Check it out.
It was me reading Donald Goins, Horse Son, and then I read a book called Dope Fiend.
Yeah.
And then I listened to Illmatic.
Yeah.
And Illmatic brung me in Queensbridge, and I didn't realize music could do the same thing a book could do, because the book brung me there. Now listen to all of your stuff, but listening to the new stuff, I can picture LA life.
Yeah.
Is that something that you do on purpose?
No, for sure. It's like a different twist of LA, because when you think, I always tell people, they always think of LA and like the streets of LA, like, I'm pretty sure somebody in here thought I was gonna come with like 20 Crips or something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just mad, not shaking hands, and like, that's not really like no street dude in any from anywhere. Like that shit is just be for the cameras. Like you from the streets, you from like where we come from.
Yes.
Like, and all we do on the block is joke, and laugh all day. And when something happens, then you move accordingly. But like, I'm bringing the feeling of like we're actually normal people. Like we play golf, we like can have a conversation. Like we're all not like idiots. Like most of us are not idiots. Some of us are just have in worse situations. I was blessed to have a mama that worked hard. I wasn't on welfare. We just happened to grew up in the ghetto. And, but
First Street,
yeah,
right?
And but sports and stuff like that kept me a level-headed. That's why I think all kids should play sports, because you know when to leave and when to stay. And if you're there, like you got to turn up. But if you can get out of there, get out of there. Learn. You got to learn things, and sports give you a different type of discipline.
Yo, what's up? I'm back. In the last clip you saw that ScHoolboy Q, he sat down with DJ FN and Noriega, and it's really cool that we're seeing ScHoolboy Q do interviews. I haven't seen him do an interview. He did an interview with the guys from back on Figs. Watching him now on the Drink Champs interview, it's really cool to hear him speak, because I feel as though last time I've ever seen an album or something where he's dropped, I don't get a follow-up. I don't understand why he's dropping it like this, or I don't hear like an explanation. So to hear him drop a tape after being radio silent for so long and being able to follow it up with another video of just an interview and explaining his thoughts and his personal preferences on his music choice is really cool. And in this last clip, you see that Nori, he compares music to a book. And recently, I just finished my last book. I was reading the Malcolm X bio, because the way this world is going, I gotta figure it out myself. So who better else to lead me to figuring out than Malcolm X. So I just finished that book, and I'm hearing Nori talk about how music is how ScHoolboy Q's music is like a book to him, how it takes him and transports him into LA. And that could be seen in most music that comes out of LA, because we get Nipsey, we get YG, we get The Game, we get ScHoolboy Q, we get Ice Cube, we get Shoreline Mafia. That's all that's coming off the top of my head. And you get the vibe off of where they are in like the area. And Snoop Dogg and the Long Beach area. That's like, how could I even come close to forgetting about that? But it takes a lot of imagination to be able to take something that you're writing in your head. Like if I write something down right here and I'm just writing it, but to be able to magnify it with my own emotions and some beats behind it, some percussion, some instruments, and just be able to take you from wherever you are in the world and have you see the world through my own eyes, that's incredible. So in my own life, it just matched up how I'm finishing a book and Nori's like, oh, yo, look, this book and your music, they go together, and it's awesome. So
TDE reminds me to a certain extent, because me being from the East Coast, New York, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
we were always taught that the Bloods and Crips don't get along and they don't get money together. So stupid, and then you get to hear that Top and Punch is like more on the Blood side, and then you being on the Crip side. Have that ever been an uncomfortable situation? Or
this is the first day I pulled up because I didn't know where I was getting myself into. So Ali is like but it wasn't like no pressure.
Right.
My engineer Ali, yeah, he was bringing me over there. He like, bro, we gotta go fuck with the TD dudes, blah blah blah. This is where we should be at, blah blah blah. He was trying to figure it out, and then I'm like, all right, cool, let's go. And then as soon as we get to the studio, before we hop out the car, he like, hey, your hood get along with such and such. A little afterthought.
As he pull it,
he said, your hood should get along with such. I'm like, bruh. I'm like, we cool. Like we ain't got this. Like it's far away. Like we straight. And yeah, I went in there. Wasn't nobody on that anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you just want to give people heads up type shit. Once I got in there, nobody was like none of us was on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We've been past that. Like we actually really from where we from. So we all were like trying to hit this goal of like success. And yeah, wasn't nobody tripping on that. Top never tripped over me. But I'm like, oh, you a Crip? You a this? Nah. If anything, they loved that more than anything. Like, we got a Crip over here. Like, you know what I mean?
Showing
so,
unity.
Yeah. Like it was so. I went the first day and Punch was like, come back. And I kept coming back, and next thing you know, I'm living there, and I'm poor as hell, and I'm sleeping on their couch. I moved myself in.
Although they might have been from like rival territories, they didn't let that get in the way because what they saw for the future was a lot more important than what they were banging. And although, even when he's laughing on the ride up, you can kind of tell that even while he was going into it, he wasn't shook because. If he had been shook, he would have been like, nah, and turned around and dipped because he was going in with his boy and himself, and that's when he presented it to him, where he wasn't moving scary when he showed up to them and he just confronted the situation and he said himself, you just got to let people know. So once you put it in front of them and then you let them decide how they're acting, they saw it. I'm assuming that they saw it as real and they just continue to move together because behind the color that you choose, you're just trying to build something, and they saw that with working together that they could do immense things, and this just goes to prove that if you let a little thing like that get in the way, then this would never have happened. Also, this is true for ScHoolboy Q and it's true for Kendrick Lamar when the same thing could happen to him, and you hear about it on his last album, Damn, where he talks about a whole story. Y'all should go back and check that out too. But it's not too far removed. No matter how far away you are from the situation, you're not too far removed from the same story happening to you. And I guess behind that, there's a deeper meaning behind that, and it's just we should all kind of just be nicer to each other. I said it in like a few videos ago, because everybody's connected to each other. We just don't know how yet. So in talking to each other and creating communication and networking, we can find the similarities within one another, and then we can find what we dislike about each other and see if we can work around it anyways, because everything is it's not supposed to be a compromise, but if it takes compromise to be able to get to where we should be, I'm not too sure compromises should be looked at negatively.
Ali.
Okay, Ali.
Ali was on MySpace or something and hit him up on MySpace and was like, I'm an engineer, blah, 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 blah. And Punch answered or one of them, I don't know if it was Punch or Dave or who, but they answered his MySpace DM, and and me and Ali was like this. Right. So wherever Ali went, I was gonna go. Wherever I went, he was gonna go. No. He was engineering with me. We were just trying to figure things out.
Wow.
Yeah, we was playing football at West LA Junior College.
Yeah, you was number 84.
Yeah, you was number 84.
I know. That's in my notes, nigga. Shit.
But Ali, the first day of pads, he get hurt. The first day of pads, he get hurt.
He wasn't me.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, right. So I'm in the receiver line, right? I'm doing my drill, boo, baby, bing, bang, boo. And you know what I'm saying? My boy come over, he like, hey. I just see a crowd of standing around somebody, legs flat like this, right? Straight out. They like, that's your boy? I'm like, nah, that ain't my boy. Like, you know what I mean? You the biggest motherfucker on the field. They're like, that's him. That's your boy over there. I think he say he do engineering with you. I'm like, what? And I look, because you know they split us all up. Yeah. And I look, I'm like, then the paramedics come running with the stretcher. I'm like, bruh, we just got the pads today. My boy got hurt, bruh. And my boy, he went to the doctor, homie, and had like a slip disc. That was probably the best thing to happen to him.
Wow.
For both of us. You know what I mean? I went to jail right after the season.
Yeah,
he got his legs and all this shit fucked up. He had to sit his ass down and learn to engineer.
And the music shit popped.
You know what I mean? And we just like, you know what I'm saying? We just kept it moving from there. Like, yeah, I never looked back. You know, music was it. Like, all right, yeah, we doing this music shit. We ain't doing this lame shit no more. Like,
all right.
Fuck sports, fuck the streets, fuck all that. We doing this music.
In his last video, it ends with him saying, fuck everything else. We're just gonna stay with this music. And although the story, the way he's telling it, it sounds funny, and I'm sure right now it is funny, but it's in that moment it was probably devastating. One, for his boy Ali, the engineer, because what if he really wanted to be a football player because of his size and everybody around him being like, bro, you're gonna kill in football, and then being taken out like that at the beginning of the practice, that could probably mess with you for a little bit. But and then ScHoolboy himself going to jail right after the season. Like, how does that affect their relationship and what they were doing in their craft? Cause dude, he just said he messed up his like discs and like whatnot and like had to figure it out. And this dude's in jail, so like that already creates a big divide on a teamwork and ability. But obviously it wasn't greater than their want to get themselves out of their situation, nor was it greater than their ability to come together even after the fact. And this speaks to, earlier in the video, he speaks about he did sports and the sports teaching him discipline. And it's, even today I was at work and we were talking about how if you do like a certain sport, you're walking around with team aspect and team aspirations. So it's not just myself. It's myself, my teammates, and my coach. So you're in an order, and it's not so much the order that you're placed in. That's not. It's one thing to be placed somewhere, but it's another thing to take the spot and know that this is my spot. I cannot lose this position. I can only give it away. So it shows that even though life decided to start lifing in that very moment, they weren't led astray more than they wanted to keep on pushing forward what they wanted. And it really shows his perseverance, because along with the actual Drink Champs interview, he talks about how he was closely associated with Tyga from Tyga's start to where he is right now. And to see him do that and be right alongside him and just watch the trajectory of his career go, and then have Kendrick Lamar and then have Top Dog going off around you, I think that takes a lot of will to not sit there and be like, damn, when's my time coming up? Everybody around here is coming up on bread, coming up on publicity, coming up on everything. But it takes a certain type of it takes a certain type of will and a certain type of perseverance to just sit there, head down, and just keep working, keep penning through whatever you got to pen through, and just know that at the end of it, when it's your turn, yo, that's just about to be so much better. So that's how I'm gonna end this. I hope it was a cool video. And I hope nothing but the best for ScHoolboy Q, because I've been rocking with bro since like Break the Bank. My sister put me on to that song, Break the Bank, and I was probably bootlegging that song, so she put me onto that. And if you met my sister, you would look at her and be like, there's no way that she would be listening to that. But she put me on to Break the Bank. That was awesome. My sister been putting me on to some good music for a minute, so shouts to her. If you go to my socials, you can follow her too. Follow her. She's got some gym stuff going on right there. Check her out. Blow her stuff up. Go say what's up to her. Go be nice to her first and foremost. Only be nice to her. And then while we're shouting out sisters, that's my other sister. She was just on the news recently, and she was doing mad cool stuff. And then my other sister's doing the gym, and she's killing it. She's got mad gains. So I guess that's a little bit about myself at the end of this video. I'm one boy, there's 3 girls, and the 3 girls around me are all hella successful, and they're all booming, and they're all doing their own thing. And I guess I'm out here trying to carve my own way. So like ScHoolboy, I'm just keeping my head down and penning my own journey and seeing what comes of it. So peace. Check y'all out, and thank you for tuning into the video.